Good morning, everybody. I'm not going to pretend like I'm all relaxed and all chilled on a Sunday morning. I am cranked up, man. I've already had, be forewarned, I've already had 4 of these today. But welcome to our Coffee with Conti show. Got a lot to talk about today, most of which is going to be Z06. And I know a lot of people say, Rick, you look like a walking billboard. What do you mean? I am a billboard! I told you guys, wait a minute, that's not a bad idea. I am so glad that you joined us today. Thank you. On our Corvette channel, we have so much to share with you guys, and a lot today is going to be about Z06, as I mentioned, but the featured conversation, in my opinion, I want to share with you what is a must-have option if you're lucky enough to get a C8 Z06. But for today, I want to start off with a flashback, if I may. I just got done watching last night the Petit Le Mans race at Road Atlanta. And it was 3 years ago this October that Ryan and I were at Road Atlanta seeing the debut of the C8R and seeing for the very first time the Rapid Blue Stingray Corvette that I now proudly own. So take a moment, share this with me if you would, please. Thank you for doing that. And just so you know up front, under no conditions is the mustache ever coming back. Not even a second guess. Not even a second guess. That's when I get mine.
All right, it's time now for Rick's first ever Corvette. Congratulations to me in Ohio. It's time for a send.
Yeah, you know, that was really special to me. Thanks for taking the time to watch and share in that memory. Speaking of last night's race at Road Atlanta, congratulations to the guys right in our backyard. In case you didn't know, they won the championship at Meyer Shank Racing. Man, it is so cool having those guys in our backyard. Let's continue today's Coffee with Conti with more track conversation. Actually kind of shocked and a little disappointed that this is not more of a conversation of the Z06 on the track. All these, you guys tomorrow are about to be inundated with all kinds of reviews and driving and track videos, but nobody has been talking about the drive experience that anybody, you or I, can go do at the National Corvette Museum's NCM Motorsports Park. You could drive a Z06 starting in November. And I'm proud to announce that myself, my son Ryan, and Corey from Paragon Performance, we're going to be there at the debut session on November 14th, driving a Z06 on the track. At the NCM Motorsports Park in Bowling Green, Kentucky is the first and only place in the country that I can drive a Z06 on the track. Now there's 2 packages. Let's go to the website. I'll show you those and then get ready. Get ready for the sugar bump. For what I do for the channel, I think it would be foolish if I waited to do this. I mean, I could wait till it's warmer weather in April or May, but then it doesn't become relevant. This is the first class available is November 14th. So right there are the 2 packages, the Z06 Touring Laps or the Z06 Fast Pack. All right, let's go to the website and show you how to book one of these unique and fun driving experiences at the NCM Motorsports Park. So when you go to the website right here, ncmmotorsportspark.org, right up top, drive a Z06 Corvette, click that banner, get into this tab, and again, the two packages, the first one being the touring laps. It gives you 4 laps, it's a lead follow, but you'll be driving in the Z06 by yourself and you'll be driving above highway speeds. What I booked down here is the Z06 Fast Pack. Yeah, man. So I'll get the 4 touring laps. I'll get a chance to do launch control, and then you get a hot lap with a professional driver. If you want to book that, go right here and hit book now. Then you got to pick a date. You got to pick a time. Okay, you can see right there, $1,482. How did you guys come up with this price? $1,482.94. Okay, it's like, whatever, man. Oh my gosh. Let's get this booked up here real quick. Okay, and here's the email. All right, so now you continue. And that's where the sugar bump comes in. You can't bring your own memory card. Would you like the video PDR footage? Well, absolutely, I would like that. They've got some photo print options here, museum tickets, t-shirts, digital and print package. I did pick that. Do you need some extra insurance right here? Do you want, look at this. Do you want an extra 4 laps for $700? I didn't pick that. All right, so you go in here, pick your credit card, and then you see your total over here. Almost $1,700, and there's a clock on there in case somebody else is on the website trying to book the same time that you're looking at. So go to ncmmotorsportspark.org to book your driving experience for the Z06 Corvette. Yeah, I know that's a chunk of change, but you know what? What a great and unique experience. That may be the only time any of us ever drive a Z06. And again, above highway speeds. So go to ncmmotorsportspark.org to book your experience. And I could have waited till it, everyone's like, Rick, you're going to go in November? Look, it's not going to be important or relevant if I don't go right away when they offer the sessions open up to the public. I mean, I would love to wait till it's April or May and it's warmer, but then, everybody's already kind of done it. So we're going to be there at the first session, myself, Ryan, and Corey from Paragon Performance on Monday, November 14th, and you betcha we'll be sharing all of that right here on the vlog. Oh man, what a great experience. I can't wait to share with you guys. That's going to be my Christmas present to myself. And again, I'm really disappointed that all the YouTubers that are talking about Z06 and this and that and the other thing, nobody's talked about this. I have an idea why. You can fill in your own blank if you wish. But thank you for joining us and sharing that moment and checking that out. Maybe doing something very unique for yourself or someone special. Cup 5? Yeah, Cup 5 is just about empty. Thanks for joining us today for Coffee with Conti. Let's talk about something again that nobody else is talking about. The Z06 production. There's retail cars that are built and ready for shipment and ready for delivery. Why there's no press release, why there's no pictures, why there's no extended conversation. We've waited, it seems like forever for this car. Why is nobody talking about it? Thanks to the investigative powers of myself and my buddy Matt Beaver, we have VIN sequences for you guys, CTF cars, anniversary cars, and regular retail production cars. You guys may remember a couple of months ago, I shared with you an exclusive video of the very first Z06s built. They were CTF cars, company cars, most of which will come back in circulation through the zone, through the dealership that you can buy. They'll have miles on them, the warranty will be started, but at that point, I don't think people will care. They'll say, hey, I'm just happy to have the opportunity to buy a Z06. But they have a different VIN sequence, and I was excited to share with you the very first 70th anniversary 2023 Z06s built. You can see right here, the very first one was VIN 32, then 33, and I was really excited to see that VIN 53 and VIN 70 were both anniversary Z06s. Again, those CTF company cars, it'll be some time, it could be a year or more before they actually rotate into the retail availability for you guys. But there's different sequences of VINs. That's where the confusion comes in. You're gonna have 3 VIN 1s. We shared with you what these cars are. The P53, as you see there, is the CTF company car. Let's show you what that car was in case you didn't see that video. It is a 3LZ yellow coupe with yellow stitching. You can see there it has competition seats, visible carbon fiber roof. It has the visible carbon fiber ground effects. It has the level 2 carbon fiber interior, yellow calipers, front lift option, and yes, it's a Z07 package. So let's go back to that VIN sequence. Isn't this confusing? Well, the CTF cars, they have their own sequence. Retail cars that are being made right now that eventually will be delivered are P56 with a VIN 1. Then there's a P57, and that's for the 70th anniversary Z06s. They'll have their own VIN sequence, so if you get a 70th anniversary car, you can see what numbered 70th anniversary Z06 you have, and it's the same thing we talked about in August with the Stingrays. You can find out through the VIN what numbered 70th anniversary car that you have. In case you missed that video, we'll also put a link down below in the description. So the retail cars are made. We know that Mr. Hendrick made a huge donation, a huge bid to get that very first car. So if one, if not both of these number ones very well could be his. So VIN 1 for retail, the P56, as you see here, it was built on 9/21. Let's go back to that CTF car real quick. That very first car was built on May 11th of this year. So the first retail car was made on 9/21. It's a 3LZ. It has the exposed carbon fiber roof. It does have the level 2 exposed carbon fiber ground effects. And of course, it is a Z07. It's black with the red interior, level 2 carbon fiber trim, black exhaust tips, and it's scheduled to be a museum delivery. So we've not seen it yet on the webcams. I hope and anticipate that we're going to see that very, very soon. So P57 VIN 1 is a 70th anniversary car. Remember, the P57 denotes that that is specifically a Z06 and it is a 70th anniversary edition. So the first 70th anniversary retail car that you folks can buy, it too was built on September 21st. It's a convertible 3LZ. Of course, that's the only way that you can get the 70th anniversary car. It has the carbon fiber, the visible carbon fiber mirror caps, the visible carbon fiber ground effects package. It is a standard Z06, not a Z07. It'll have, it looks like it's going to be carbon flash, yes, because it has the dual satin metallic full-length racing stripe, and it has, of course, the level 2 carbon fiber trim, but it does have the ceramic brakes. You don't have to go to Z07 to get the ceramic brakes. You can see that J57 on the right-hand side there, black exhaust tip, and this too looks like it is scheduled to be a museum delivery. So a lot of news still to come. We're looking forward to it. Not sure why we haven't seen it yet, but it will be exciting to see those cars on the webcam and finally see them on the road. And again, like I said, tomorrow you're going to be inundated with all kinds of reviews and videos of people driving this car and able to say what they think and what they feel about the Z06. And I can't wait to share my feedback and my experience with you guys when I attend the NCM Motorsports Park's Z06 driving experience, first anywhere in the country. That's November 14th. Stay tuned, guys. Yes, stay tuned, man. Yeah, give the audience what they want. I told you guys we had a lot of fun conversation in regards to Z06 today. Thanks for joining me on my Coffee with Conti show. And our featured conversation in regards to Z06, in my opinion, is a must-have option, and that is front lift. Because in 2022, almost 59% of you chose the E60 front lift option. For the customers I dealt with directly in 2022, 65% of you chose front lift. An option that's not on my car. As you look at this driveway out the back of our dealership, you're probably thinking then, okay, without front lift, how do you get down this? It's the same as I told you guys before we even had front lift as an option. The steeper the incline or the decline, the more horizontal you want to be with that on your approach down or up, which I'll show you in just a moment. Now let me do some half-assed calculations here. If anybody's good at geometry in the audience, you can help me out with this. Just looking from the eye, from the ground, this is about, let's call it 3 feet. But the distance from the top of the hill down to here is 35 feet. So you can figure out the pitch angle if you wish. Okay, guys, for the sake of conversation, going straight down off this steep pitch, whatever that degree may be, Thanks again if somebody figured that up. You could see there's no way I can do this. I'm going to scrape the front end of this car. So the steeper the incline or the decline, the more horizontal you want to have your car on your approach, whether you're going down or going up. This is pretty steep, so I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to cut hard right. Look at, I'm almost sideways with this, and you can see I'm going to be just fine. And guys, it's the same thing when you're going up a steep incline. Let's just show you this here first. You can see from the top, hopefully you can see from the top how steep that is. If I came straight on, no, this is not gonna work, man, not at all. So will this philosophy work on a Z06? I'll show you some dimensions inside the office here in just a minute, but it's the same thing for your Stingrays. If you don't have a front lift, the steeper the incline or decline, the more horizontal you want to be. You can see I'm pretty horizontal. Just turn straight up. You can see that's not a problem, guys. Easier than you thought. Okay, let me show you this first, and then we'll go inside and compare it to Z06. This is a Z51 front splitter. At the lowest point, it's just below 5.5 inches. And at its tallest point with the Z51 front splitter, it's about 5 3/4 inches. And I was so thankful at the beginning of August that our dealership brought in the Z06 Dealer Tour. So thankful that so many people from all across the country came in to see the car, to see us, but I too was able to get up close and personal with the car. Looking at that coupe and that engine bay area and that extra carbon fiber on the flat plane crank, oh my gosh, is that just gorgeous. That's pretty sweet, man. It really is. But here's why I feel so strongly that the front lift is a must-have option if you get a C8 Z06, and I have documented proof right here. When you look at that front splitter, it doesn't come out forward like it did in C7 or like it does on the Stingray. This one has a bevel. As it bevels downward in front of the front wheel well at its lowest point, is 3.5 inches. Because of that bevel, it's hard to see when you're looking at the car standing up, but yes, I was on the ground taking these pictures, and that is so close to the ground. Absolutely, you need the front lift, in my opinion, if you have these ground effects on your C8 Z06. Now, what I just did in the back dealership lot, I would never attempt with the Z06 Corvette if I did not have the front lift. With that bevel coming down 3.5 inches off the ground, I think we proved it to you today, folks. Nobody's been talking about that. I love to give you any and all and many different perspectives on this car. This one needs to be talked about, and I think I've just helped out the masses. When you order your Z06, order the front lift. And on a serious closing note for you guys, as I finish my 6th cup of coffee here, everybody has seen all over the news the devastation from the recent hurricane. Where do you start? What do you do to help? There's so many different ways that you guys can help. There's some addresses up on the screen right now if you're able to help in a monetary way. There's so many people around the country that are coming together, and you just start. You don't know where to start, you just start. It's one piece at a time. It's one day at a time. It's $1 at a time. It's everybody coming together. It's going to take some time, but thank you for your efforts and whatever you're able to do.